deliberately inserted his fingers into his own heart, then gave it a sudden squeeze. His body instantly ignited with a blazing flame. Then his skin also changed color accordingly. The reason he did this was because today, he had to face a monster who could adjust his muscle size at will. In the previous fight, he had already had 2 arms brutally knocked off by his opponent. After a forced restart, he was determined to avenge his previous humiliation. However, the instant the two clashed, the opponent sent him flying dozens of meters away with another punch. Fortunately, this body after the restart was very resilient. At this moment, the Hindu gods behind were all cheering for him. Shiva also seemed to feel the infinite power coming from them. Revitalized, he immediately lashed out with the universe's strongest thunderous kick. The opponent also wasn't to be outdone, unleashing his ultimate move, the 8-span crow. But this time, Shiva's heel was clearly superior. The moment they touched, it tore Raiden's entire sleeve into 2 halves. After this blow, Raiden clearly no longer had the strength to fight back, and admitted utter defeat. But who would have thought? Such a valiant Shiva. His dream when he was young was actually to become a dancer, and he had to practice dance steps for 3 sets of 8 hours every day. Reaching the peak of the Hindu divine realm was purely accidental. Unlike him, his best brother Dhara would swing his fists at rocks every day, because he always had a dream, and that was to become the strongest god in India. For him, the view from the mountain top was undoubtedly the most magnificent. He hoped Shiva could accompany him together, although Shiva didn't have that intention, but as a good brother, he had to agree. 2 little minions daring to wish to stand atop the Hindu gods. Being ridiculed by people was inevitable, because this meant they had to defeat all the gods in India. But the two didn't care about others' ridicule, and instead took it step by step towards the peak. As the two became more and more valiant, the previous ridicule gradually turned into respect and anticipation. Indeed, when you are strong enough, the whole world will make way for you. Before they knew it, the two had already defeated over 1,000 gods. This also meant they had already reached the final boss level. Shiva was just accompanying anyway, so he gave this chance to make a name for himself to his brother Dhara. But what they didn't expect was, this fellow who proclaimed himself the strongest god in India, actually couldn't even withstand a single punch from Dhara. In the end, in just 2.5 years, the two knocked down all 1,115 gods in India at the time, achieving their wish of standing at the pinnacle of the Hindu divine realm. They never thought this day would come so quickly, so one should always have dreams. Who knows, you might accidentally achieve them. Shiva was as happy as an 800-year-old child, constantly expressing his inner joy to his brother. However, Dhara looked at him with a cold expression, because only one person could stand at the peak of the Hindu gods, so even if they were the best of brothers, they had to determine the winner here. Shiva was extremely reluctant but could only face reality. Only one of them could stand alive at the summit. Thus, their duel began. The man